बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। अल्लाहुम्मा सल्लि अला मुहम्मदिन व अला आलि मुहम्मदिन कमा सल्लैता अला इब्राहीम व अला आलि इब्राहीम इन्नका हमीदुम मजीद। अल्लाहुम्मा बारिक अला मुहम्मदिन व अला आलि मुहम्मदिन कमा बारकता अला इब्राहीम व अला आलि इब्राहीम इन्नका हमीदुम मजीद। बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। रब्बि इश्रह ली सदरी व यस्सिर ली अमरी वहलुल उक़दतम मिन लिसानी यफ़क़हू क़ौली। रब्बि ज़िदनी इल्मा, रब्बि ज़िदनी इल्मा, रब्बि ज़िदनी इल्मा। And biography of Hazrat Umar Farooq radiyallahu ta'ala anhu is, Hazrat Umar Farooq was the son of Khattab ibn Nawfal. Okay, what was the name of his father? Khattab ibn Nawfal. Nawfal, Khattab ibn Nawfal, he was a father of Hazrat Umar Farooq radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. And he belonged to the clan Banu Addi. Banu Addi, it is the name of a clan. And Khattab ibn Nawfal and Hazrat Umar Farooq radiyallahu ta'ala anhu belonged to the clan Banu Addi. And Banu Addi from the tribe of Quraysh. It was a branch of Quraysh. Okay. The main tribe in Makkah was Quraysh. And Quraysh had different branches, different tribe and clan. So Banu Addi, it was the one clan of Quraysh tribe. So Hazrat Umar Farooq radiallahu ta'ala anhu was tall and had athletic body, and he was a gifted orator, a learned person, and a great wrestler. He was very famous in Makkah, and he was very brave man. Okay. So these were the qualities of Hazrat Umar Farooq radiallahu ta'ala anhu. And he was born in 586 AD in Makkah, Arabia. 586. And martyred at the age of 63 in 644 by a Persian slave, Firoz Lulu. Firoz Lulu, he was a Persian slave, and he attacked when Hazrat Umar Farooq radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he was leading the Fajr prayer in the masjid. Okay. And then he was the second caliph of Islam. Hazrat Umar Farooq radiallahu ta'ala anhu was the second caliph of Islam. And he ruled our Muslim for a period of 10 years. When he became a caliph after Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala anhu, so total time of his khilafat is 10 years. Okay, 10 years. Then Umar Farooq radiallahu ta'ala anhu belonged to the Banu Addi clan of the Quraysh. His father Al-Khattab was an influential leader of Makkah and very great and prominent leader of Makkah, his father. Hazrat Umar Farooq radiallahu ta'ala anhu's father. And then he remained, Hazrat Umar Farooq radiallahu ta'ala anhu remained a bitter enemy of Islam. Okay. And the Holy Prophet ﷺ, he remained a bitter enemy of Islam and the Holy Prophet ﷺ before his conversion. When he didn't accept Islam, he didn't came in the fold of Islam, he was a bitter enemy of Islam and Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And he treated the early converts of low origin quite mercilessly. In according to our tradition, the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam had prayed to God for the conversion of Umar bin Khattab radiallahu ta'ala anhu, or Amr bin Hisham? Okay, Amr bin Hisham. Who was Amr bin Hisham? Abu Jahl. And Abu Jahl, he was a great leader of Quraysh and Makkah. He is very famous person in Islamic history. Hazrat Umar Farooq radiallahu ta'ala anhu remained a bitter enemy of Islam and the Holy Prophet before his conversion. And he treated the early converts of low origin quite mercilessly. And according to our tradition, the Holy Prophet had prayed to God for the conversion of Umar bin Khattab radiallahu ta'ala anhu or Amr bin Hisham. एक दफा ज़ाहिर बात है बड़ी मुश्किल हालात थे, स्टार्टिंग थी इस्लाम की, आप सलाम बड़े परेशान थे, तो आप सलाम ने अल्लाह से दुआ की, या अल्लाह, these two men are very brave in Makkah. Who are these two? Umar bin Khattab and Amr bin Hisham, Abu Jahl. Abu Jahl तो आपको पता है who was this man? Abu Jahl. And Amr ibn Hisham, it was original name of Abu Jahl, but he was very famous with the name of Abu Jahl, this man. ठीक है, अबू जहल एक मशहूर नाम है जिसका ओरिजिनल नेम क्या था? अमर बिन हिशाम था, क्योंकि दोनों बड़े बहादुर थे, बड़े लीडर थे। आप सल्लम ने अल्लाह से दुआ की, अल्लाह कोई एक तो मुसलमान हो जाए जिससे इस्लाम को भी पावर मिलेगी। ठीक है, तो अल्लाह ने आप सल्लम की दुआ कबूल की एंड हजरत उमर फारूक रज़ियल्लाहु ताला अन्हु ही एक्सेप्टेड इस्लाम। ओके, एंड देन Hazrat Umar Farooq radiallahu ta'ala came in the fold of Islam. And then Hazrat Umar Farooq as a Muslim, how he accepted Islam? How he accepted Islam? Hazrat Umar Farooq radiallahu ta'ala, he converted to Islam in 616 AD. The part of Quran that he read first was the 14th verse of Surah Taha. When he listened, he went to Prophet ﷺ and accepted Islam at the age of 39. In this time he was about 39 years old when he came in the front of Holy Prophet ﷺ. So Hazrat Umar, so he converted to Islam in 616 AD, the part of Quran that he read first words, the 14th verse of Surah Taha. Surah Taha is in para number 16 in the Holy Quran. And he went to Prophet ﷺ and accepted Islam at the age of 39. Soon after his conversion, he informed the chief of Quraysh that he had accepted Islam. Itni bahadur the. And his conversion granted power to the Muslims and to the Islamic faith in Makkah. After this event, Muslims offered prayer openly in Masjid al-Haram for the first time. Before this incident, Muslims and even Holy Prophet ﷺ, they were performing their prayers secretly. But when he came in the fold of Islam, and Hazrat Umar Farooq radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he accepted Islam, then Muslims and Hazrat Umar Farooq radiallahu ta'ala anhu and Holy Prophet ﷺ and all the Muslims community, they started to perform the prayers openly in Masjid al-Haram. Okay, then this was a great occasion as the moral of the Muslims boosted to so much that now they started offering prayers openly in the Kaaba. After Umar Farooq radiallahu ta'ala took the bold step of entering the Kaaba with a small band of Muslims. और ऐलान करके एंटर हुए कि कौन है जो मुझे रोक सकता है, मेरे सामने आए। ठीक है, the Holy Prophet ﷺ was so pleased on hearing this that he gave him the title of Farooq. On this occasion, this title was given given by Prophet ﷺ to Hazrat Umar Farooq radiallahu ta'ala anhu. Farooq means one who distinguished between true and falsehood. Farooq. What is the meaning of Farooq? Farooq means one who distinguished between true and falsehood. Okay. So this title was given to him, Umar Farooq radiallahu ta'ala by Prophet ﷺ. And he started preaching Islam openly and boldly. Okay. And he is counted amongst the 10 blessed companions of the Holy Prophet ﷺ and is also a scribe of the divine revelation. Okay. His daughter Hazrat Hafsa radiallahu ta'ala anha was married to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and she came in the nikah of Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. She was the mother of the faithful, Hazrat Hafsa radiallahu ta'ala anha. And he also, Hazrat Umar Farooq radiallahu ta'ala anhu also migrated to Medina shortly after Ammar and Bilal radiallahu ta'ala anhuma had departed. And it was Umar who gave the suggestion of summoning the believers for daily prayers by adhan, call for prayers. When Holy Prophet ﷺ, when namaz it was obligatory upon Muslims, so Holy Prophet took the suggestions from the companions of the Holy Prophet ﷺ for calling for prayers, how we should call the people for prayers. So different suggestions were given to Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam. ठीक है जी. He also rendered remarkable services in all the battles, including Battle of Badr, Battle of Uhud, Trench, Khaybar, and Hunain. And he was also present at the Treaty of Al-Hudaybiyah and took part in Bayat-e-Rizwan. On this incident and this event and story and occasion, he was present. Hazrat Umar Farooq radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he was present on this occasion. And he participated in the victorious march to Makkah on the occasions of conquest of Makkah. He was present. Okay. In the Tabuk expedition, he donated half of his wealth, and in the Battle of Hunain, he was among those handfuls of Muslims who stood firmly by the side of the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Umar was not ready to believe in the death of the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam till Abu Bakr Siddiq called him down by reciting the verse, Surah number 3, वर्स नंबर 144. उमर ने ये कहा कि जो ये कहता है तलवार लेकर बाहर निकल के आ गए, कि जो ये कहेगा कि आप सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम फौत हो गए हैं, मैं उसे कत्ल कर दूंगा. On this occasion, Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala anhu came in the front of the people and he recited this verse number 144, surah number 3. ठीक है? Yes. Soon after, he started making arrangement for the Holy Prophet's burial together with Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala anhu. Okay. On this occasion, he was present on the time of demise of Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. In the meantime, they heard of an Ansar meeting to discuss the issues of succession. After the demise of the death of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, when this issue came in the front of the companions who will become a caliph after demise of Holy Prophet ﷺ, so it was a great and serious issue among the Muslims. So, in the meantime, they heard of an Ansar meeting to discuss the issue of succession. So, both who Hazrat Abu Umar Farooq radiallahu ta'ala anhu and Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala anhu both reached the spot, and finally, due to Umar's wisdom and timely intervention intervention. ठीक है, Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala got elected as the first caliph of Islam. Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala, he was elected as the first caliph of Islam. And Umar Farooq radiallahu ta'ala himself performed extraordinary services for Islam during his Khilafat, 634 to 644 AD. Okay, so he was a great man. He is the best example for the whole universe and world. So Umar Farooq radiallahu ta'ala himself performed extraordinary services for Islam during his Khilafat, 634 to 644 AD. Battles in which Hazrat Umar Farooq radiallahu ta'ala he participated in these all battles. Battles fought by Hazrat Umar Farooq radiallahu ta'ala. Battle of Badr in 624, he participated in this battle. Battle of Uhud in 625, campaign against the Jewish tribe of Banu Nadir. Battle of Trench in 627, Battle of Khaybar in 628, conquest of Makkah in 630, Battle of Hunain in 630, Battle of Tabuk in 630. So Hazrat Umar Farooq radiallahu ta'ala he was participating in these all battles and he was present in these all battles. Okay. Hazrat Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala anhu, Hazrat Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala anhu. And objective of the chapter in session is at the end of the class, you will be able to understand the sacrifice given by Hazrat Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala anhu for the establishment of Islamic laws. Okay? For the sake of Allah and for the sake of Islam, he sacrificed his life, his properties, and his life and entire life for the sake of Allah, for the sake of Islam. Okay, and then discover different aspects of his character and life, different aspects, okay, and his services which he provided by Hazrat Imam Hussain, okay, during the lifetime of Holy Prophet Islam and after his demise, okay, these all things will be discussed. Next, biography of Hazrat Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala anhu. Imam Hussain, yes, biography of Hazrat Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala anhu is Hazrat Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala anhu, Imam Hussain ibn Ali, he was a son of Hazrat Ali radiallahu ta'ala anhu. Hazrat Ali radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he was fourth rightly guided caliph, okay, prominent companions of the Holy Prophet and senior and great companions of the Holy Prophet Islam. So he was a son of Hazrat Imam Ali radiallahu ta'ala anhu, okay. And his mother name was Hazrat Fatimatul Zahra, daughter of the Holy Prophet Sallallahu. Okay. And Hazrat Hussain ibn Ali radiallahu ta'ala was born in January 626, 3rd Shaban, 4th AH in Medina, Arabia. Okay, where he was born in Medina when 626th, 3rd Shaban, 4th Hijri, and was martyred in October 10th, 680, 10th Muharramul Haram. 10th Muharramul Haram, 61 AH in Karbala, Iraq. Where is the Karbala? Iraq. Karbala is the name of the area and place where Hazrat Hussain radiallahu ta'ala he was killed. Hazrat Imam Hussain was killed on this place and area This place is known Karbala. ठीक है, and Karbala is in Iraq. ठीक है, this place is very well known in the world. ठीक है, where Hazrat Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala was killed. Then he was the grandson of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam through his daughter Fatimatu Zahra and son-in-law Ali ibn Abi Talib radiallahu ta'ala anhu. Ali ibn Abi Talib. So everything is clear. Hazrat Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala anhu was the son of grandson of Holy Prophet sallam, and his mother name was Hazrat Fatimatu Zahra and father name was Hazrat Ali ibn Abi Talib radiallahu ta'ala anhu, fourth caliph. ठीक है जी. So it was very short biography of Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala anhu. Very short biography of Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala anhu. Okay. And I hope you have learned about the date of birth of Imam Hussain, date of death of Imam Hussain, and his father name and his mother name, and he was the grandson of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and place of the name of the place where Hazrat Hussain radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he was killed and he was martyred. Okay, G. Yes, can you? It was the short introduction of Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala anhu. Wives and children of Hazrat Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala anhu. Hazrat Hussain radiallahu ta'ala anhu had 4 wives. ठीक है, Shahar Bano and Rubab binti Imra, ठीक है, and Laila binti Abi Marha and Umme Ishaq. Zabardast. Okay, so Hazrat Hussain had 4 wives: Shahar Bano, Rubab binti Imra, Laila binti Abi Marha, and Umme Ishaq. So these were the wives of Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala anhu. And he had 4 sons. Hazrat Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala anhu had 4 wives: Shahrbano, Rubab binti Imra, and Laila binti Abi Marha, and Hazrat Umme Ishaq. Okay, and he had 4 sons: Imam Sajjad, known as Zainul Abidin, and so he had 4 sons: Imam Sajjad, known as Zainul Abidin Ali. He had 4 sons: Imam Sajjad, known as Zainul Abidin Ali, and the second was Ali Akbar, and Abdullah, known as Ali Asghar, and Jafar. ठीक है, so 1, 2, 3, 4. These were 4 sons of Hazrat Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala anhu. Okay, Sajjad, and he is known as Zainul Abidin, Ali Akbar, Ali Asghar, and Jafar. ठीक है जी. And 2 daughters, Sakina and Fatima. Okay, 2 sons. Total children were about 6 of Hazrat Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala anhu. Okay, next. Reason of Hazrat Hussain going to Iraq. क्या रीजंस थी, क्या वजूहात थी कि इमाम हुसैन को इराक जाना पड़ा और वहाँ करबला में फेस करना पड़ा. हाँ, एंड देन रीजंस ऑफ हजरत इमाम हुसैन गोइंग टू इराक. आखिर वजह क्या बनी कि वो करबला पहुंचे और वहाँ उनकी शहादत हो. ही वाज रिलक्टेंट टू एक्सेप्ट हजरत हसन्स, ठीक है, रिनाउंसिएशन ऑफ खिलाफत, though he knew that Muawiyah was too strong to resist. ज़ाहिर बात है मुआविया के पास बहुत ज़्यादा पावर थी, स्ट्रॉन्ग थे. He was a strong man. Even he was a companion of the Holy Prophet sallam. Muawiyah, he was the father of Yazid. Muawiyah, he was father of Yazid, and Yazid in this time when Hazrat Hussain radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he was killed, in Karbala. In this time, Yazid, he was a king in this time. At the time of Shahadat of Hazrat Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala anhu.
सर जोहर के बाद.
ठीक है भाई. And Yazid, he was a son of Amir Muawiyah. Amir Muawiyah, he was a prominent companion of the Holy Prophet, and he was son of Abu Sufyan. And Abu Sufyan, he accepted Islam on the occasions of conquest of Makkah. ठीक है भाई. Then he refused to accept Muawiyah's son Yazid as caliph. ज़ाहिर बात है, in this time Yazid, he was a king. Muawiyah's son Yazid, he was a king in this time. So Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala, he refused to accept Muawiyah's son, ठीक है, as a caliph. And then the people of Kufa, Kufa is the name of the city in Iraq. The people of Kufa invited him, Hazrat Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala, to lead an uprising against Umayyads. Umayyads, he was a governor of Kufa. ठीक है. Umayyad, who was Umayyad? Umayyah, he was a leader and the governor of Kufa. ठीक है. So he sent
Kufa is place where Hazrat Ali is buried.
Good. ठीक है. Then Hazrat Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala, what he did when invitations he received from Kufi people, ठीक है, from Kufa people. Yes. Okay. Then when Hazrat Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala, he received the invitations from Kufi people. So what he do? ठीक है. आपने क्या किया है उस वक्त, या क्या किया था? What he did on that occasions when he received the letter of yes sir, laptop में charging खत्म. Okay. ठीक है. So the people of Kufa invited Hazrat Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala to lead an uprising against Umayyads. ठीक है. He sent cousin. Before going to Kufa, Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala, he sent his cousin, and his cousin name was Muslim bin Aqil. What was the name of this man? Muslim bin Aqil, to see the situations and conditions of Kufa. कि जाओ भाई आप Kufa जाओ, जरा हालात को देखो, conditions को देखो कि कैसे हालात हैं वहाँ पर. Muslim bin Aqil, he was a cousin of Imam Hussain. Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala, he saw Kufa's support, ठीक है, Kufi people's support, and sent a letter to Hazrat Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala telling him to come. भाई आ जाओ. सिग्नल मिल गया मुस्लिम बिन अकील की तरफ से कि यहाँ की situations and conditions are normal and good and well, so you can come in Kufa. ठीक है. After dispatching the letter, अब इमाम हुसैन ने अपनी तैयारी स्टार्ट ले ली, वहाँ से निकल पड़े, ठीक है, और कूफा की तरफ रवाना हो गए. Muslims was captured by governor of Basra and killed. ठीक है. Governor of Basra and killed. Okay, thank you. And strict measures were taken against Hussain रज़ियल्लाहु ताला अन्हु supporters in Kufa. जितने भी इमाम हुसैन के सपोर्टर्स थे उनके खिलाफ सख्त एक्शन लिया गया. Meanwhile, Hazrat Imam Hussain रज़ियल्लाहु ताला अन्हु left Medina for Makkah in Rajab 59 AH. When he left the Medina, ठीक है, 59 AH in Rajab, in the month of Rajab, 59 AH after Hijri, he left Medina. Okay. And then, sensing trouble during Hajj, he set out from Makkah with members of his family and close supporters on 8th Zulhajj 59 AH. Medina से Makkah पहुंचे. Then he started his journey from Makkah to Kufa. Muslims advised him against this, and people he met on his way, ठीक है, cautioned him, but he was not to be turned aside. हालांकि उनको कहा भी गया था रास्ते में कि अब वो हालात नहीं है, अब वो चीज़ नहीं रही, अब आप वापस चले जाएं, ठीक है. लेकिन इमाम हुसैन ने वापसी के रास्ता अपनाने से मना कर दिया. और रुक गए और वो वापस नहीं गए. He will strengthen when he heard that his supporters had been killed in Makkah and troops had been sent against him. अभी मक्का में ही थे कि उनको ये खबर पहुंच गई कि his supporters had been killed in Makkah and troops and armies had been sent against him. इमाम हुसैन रजी अल्लाह ताला अन्हु. ठीक है. On 2nd Muharram 6th AH he camped at Karbala. When on 2nd Muharramul Haram, first month of Islamic calendar, 2nd Muharramul Haram 6th Hijri, he camped at Karbala, a desert near Kufa. ठीक है. कोफा के करीब एक desert area. ठीक है. He camped over there. ठीक है. Near the Kufa. And second Muharramul Haram 6th Hijri, he camped at Karbala. Okay. The next day, the Umayyads army, who was a governor of Kufa, surrounded the camp. Okay, surrounded the camps of Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala anhu and prevented anyone from taking water from river Euphrates. और इतनी पाबंदी लगा दी उन पर कि कोई भी शख्स पानी का खतरा भी यूफ्रेट्स से नहीं ले सकेगा. ठीक है. So then what happened after that? जी, निगरी फुरात. हाँ, उमर अल्ताफ. You have a knowledge about it. Okay, thank you so much, Umar Altaf. Yes, so negotiation took place for some days but failed. वो जो उमैयाद्स था, वो जो आपकी उमैयाद्स था उसके दरमियान और इमाम हुसैन के दरमियान डिफरेंट नेगोशिएशंस हुई लेकिन but failed. So battle began with 72 people of Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala anhu and 4,000 Umayyad troops. ठीक है भाई. How many people were present in the group of Imam Hussain? 72 people. And how many participants were present in the army of Umayyad's army? Umayyad army, it was about 4,000 men and troops. ठीक है. Yes. And then 72 में सी भाई कुछ बच्चे बीमार. Okay, Umar Altaf. Okay. Yes. So battle began with 72 people of Hussein and 4,000 Umayyad troops on 10th Muharramul Haram 60 AH. Okay. Initially, there were small skirmishes and the army did not attack with force. Gradually, Imam Hussein's supporters were killed one by one. Okay. His camps was set on fire. When a handful of supporters were left in the camp of Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala anhu, they went to the river to get water but were surrounded. Okay. And then Hazrat Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala anhu resisted but was struck down due to being outnumbered. And his head was cut off and taken to Umayyad ibn Ziyad, governor of Kufa, and then to Caliph Yazid bin Muawiyah at Damascus, where he was Damascus. ठीक है, Damascus. And his body was buried at Karbala, modern day southern Iraq. ठीक है, modern day southern Iraq. This place is in Iraq. ठीक है. So he was buried, Hazrat Imam Hussain in Karbala, at Karbala. Okay. And then Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, it was a short information and short story of incident of Karbala, which is very well-known incident in Islamic history. Okay, so Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam's love for Hazrat Imam Hussain, Imam Hassan, and Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala anhu, some hadith and saying of the Holy Prophet is given. Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam is reported to have said that he who loves me, yes, he who loves me and loves these two, their father and their mother, will be with me at my place on the day of resurrection. It is a hadith and saying of Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Next hadith is Holy Prophet is reported to have said, Hussein is of me and I am of him. Allah loves those who love Imam Hussein. Hussein is a grandson among grandsons. Okay. Third hadith is a narration declares Hassan and Hussein as the masters of the youth of paradise. Okay. Masters of the youth of paradise. Inshallah. Okay. Yes, next and last. Prominent characteristics of Hazrat Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala, deep regards for the poor. Aside from helping the poor financially, he always treated them with the respect and equal to other people. Okay, patience. Second quality and characteristic of Imam Hussain is he would not get angry quickly. Even when someone insulted him, he would forgive and treat the person kindly and generously. Okay. Third attribute and quality is courage. He saw the injustice imposed upon the society of his time. He stood up against what was wrong. He was courageous for the right cause. For the right cause, yes. And fourth quality of Imam Hussain was love and devotion to Allah. He was known among the people of his time for his sincere and constant prayers and devotion to Allah. He traveled from Medina to Mecca 25 times on foot to perform Hajj. Allahu Akbar. How many times? How many times he traveled? He traveled from Medina to Mecca 25 times on foot. It was great to perform Hajj. Okay. Next, exemplary knowledge. Hazrat Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala was the inheritor of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam's vast knowledge and foresight. Okay, foresight, yes. Many of his saying and course contain moral teachings to help us lead a better and more productive life. Productive life. So it was very short information and biography and introduction of Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala. Yes, any questions now? If you want to share, if you would like to say some things, yes. जी